What's going on? So, foreclosures, as you're probably well aware of, are a great lead source. There's people that, let's say, pre-foreclosures. I want to make a difference. There's a difference between foreclosure, actual foreclosure process, and the pre-foreclosure process. Um, Pre-foreclosures are a great lead source. Foreclosures, yeah, they're a lead source too, but not so much if you're a wholesaler because once a foreclosure has happened, either they're sold at auction or they become real estate owned by the bank, REOs, right? But anyways, about pre-foreclosures, great lead source. The challenges I said in the past couple of videos about pre-foreclosures is this. Most people are delusional. They don't want to lose their home. Okay, something bad has happened in their life, really bad, and so they're behind in their mortgage payments, that kind of thing. And if they're behind in their mortgage payments, chances are their house, I mean, their car payments are bad, and you got creditors on, knocking on the door, all that kind of thing, right? So it's a really bad deal for them. But they're still a good lead source. So here's I'm going to share with you a strategy that's really going to help you be able to help these sellers out and obviously get paid to do it. And it's simply just, if you have a real offer on their house, okay, and it's like any other kind of offer. If you're a real estate wholesaler, it depends on what your buyer's business model is. Typically, if your buyer's going to want to be at 70% of the ARV after repair value, less repairs, kind of thing. Okay, and they're going to you get on the contract and you have your little assignment fee in there. Okay, that's what your offer is going to be. Okay, but here's the thing: when you're talking to a seller, you really want to emphasize how important it is for them to be able to take your offer to work with you. And I say this because here's the reality. What I'm going to tell you is really going to help you close these dear folks in pre foreclosure. It's that if somebody has a foreclosure on their credit, right? If the bank does the whole thing, it's really really difficult to get own a home in the future. Okay, I mean sometimes it could take 7 to 10 years for it to come off their credit report. Now, granted, you can get credit repair guys and all this kind of stuff, but whenever you get a loan, they're going to ask you about that. Let's say in the future somebody has a foreclosure and then 5 10 years down the road they want to get a new home, the lender is going to want them to the seller, I mean the borrower, to explain what happened, right? And I mean it's all regulated by the government, so like you can't lie, you can't perjure yourself, so it's serious is my point. So if somebody gets a pre-foreclosure on their credit or a foreclosure on their credit, it's worse than bankruptcy. It's really super bad. So why am I telling this to you? Because you can, and by the way, and here's why it's so bad. Because when somebody just says, "I'll let the bank have it," there's all these opportunities that are available to people in distressed home situations. Maybe some charity, maybe they could do a loan modifications, all the different ways they could maybe short sell the property or sell it to folks like us, right? That the seller, the borrower in this case, has just refused completely, and so because of that, it's just it's such it just shows a complete lack of wanting to work any kind of reasonable terms out on the house. And so if the seller, the borrower, or in your case, trying to the seller, the borrower essentially allows the house to go to foreclosure. It's super bad on the credit. Okay, so that being said, foreclosure is the worst, and now you understand why, because it just you spurned every kind of reasonable offer and that kind of thing to try and work things out. So that being said, you can tell it to the seller. You say, listen, if you want to buy a property in the future, yes, I know bad things have happened to you. I get that, but I want to help you here. I really do. I want to help you get back on your feet. If you sign this contract, number one, you don't have to worry about the foreclosure hitting hard on your credit. You'll be able to get your life back in a couple of years. Yeah, I'll say you're in foreclosure, that kind of thing, pre-foreclosure rather, but it's not. You don't have that whole thing on your credit, and over the years you'll be able to get your life back, and you don't have to worry about the weight of this house on your shoulders, kind of thing, and be able to move on with your life. Does that make sense, Mr. Seller, Mr. Borrower? I want to help you maintain your dignity and be able to help you get another home in the future. Does that make sense? So I hope this helps you when you're talking with sellers. Remember how important it is how bad a real foreclosure is on someone's credit, and use that for your advantage and their advantage to really help them. If you have some questions on this, or you want to put my brain a little bit more on foreclosures, done a lot of those pre foreclosures over the years. Maybe we could just joint ventures and certainly get us on a Zoom call and see if we can do some business together. Godspeed, and I'll see you on the next video.